Hi guys, it's
Hi.
us. We're back. So yeah, we are Sans, Ethan, and Mason. Again, Mason will not be joining us because he's done with our bullshit. So yeah, last time when we left off, you guys figured out quite a lot. I don't know what all you remember, but
She needs to have her memory wiped so she doesn't do the spell anymore that she created because she had no idea what it was.
that's good. That's part of it.
I remembered.
Minus.
And this dude is her grandfather.
Yes, the guy at the Arcane University is her grandfather, and they are both blessed by a different god each. All right, you have figured out what god he has been blessed with, not what god she has been blessed with. And I'm assuming you guys all died again? Like, I completely forget.
Yes.
Okay, we'll just say that. All right, so yeah, that's where we're at. D&D. All right, so we're just gonna say this. We'll go straight to the inn where you're healed up. You got 50 minutes left.
Going back.
Going back where?
To that.
You going back to
Or do we want to stop and talk to the duty dude in
the Diggy dude?
the arcane place?
I say we talk to the Arcane University and
Let's go to the university. Get smart.
let them know our plan.
I watched that movie for the first time the other day.
What?
Get smart.
You know, I never saw the remake, but I used to love the original show.
I didn't know it was a show.
Yes.
I
It
just
was
watched the-
with
It was on Netflix and it was.
what was the dude's name?
I was bored.
No. It was the dude from Airplane.
I haven't seen Airplane.
Oh my god.
Which, dude, there's a lot of people in that movie.
Dick, no, was it Dick Van Dyke?
Dick Van Dyke is
Sure, let's go with that.
Yeah,
the chimney sweep.
Mary Poppins.
Yes.
Yeah. No.
Except he's not Mary Poppins.
No, you're talking about the main guy, right?
Yeah.
Who flies a plane. Oh, sorry, spoilers.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever.
I don't care.
All right, so you're all at the Arcane University. You just want to tell him about your plan to whatever your plan is.
I think we had thought up to wipe her memory.
Yes. Yeah. And has he tried that before?
Making her forget the spell.
He's sitting there stroking his beard and he goes, well, that might work, but you'd still have the spell to deal with. Once any disruption of it being channeling, as I'm sure you guys have seen.
Even though at that point she would never have known it and wouldn't have been able to channel it.
Are you getting into a TARDIS and going back in time and
That's what
stopping her from
Fair
channeling the
enough.
spell in the first place?
Time travel also.
Fair enough.
All this timey-wimey bullshit.
Wibbly wobbly, timey wimey.
You sound like you were at a concert. Your voice is shot.
I know.
I mean, he does direct you to the, like, you know, stacks upon stacks of books and says, if you think you guys can find a way to disrupt the spell or figure out a way of isolating her and protecting the town.
Is there Tim, is there a magic shop around here?
Yeah, you're in it.
Okay. So let me see. 'Cause I think I'm gonna roll knowledge.
Speaking of the TARDIS, you have a freaking live TARDIS wallpaper.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
I love it.
Let me roll knowledge arcana since he mentioned removing her from the area.
Okay.
So that's a 17 plus 9 to for the spell I'm looking for, which is Planner Shift.
Okay. What does that spell do, by the way?
I send her to a pocket dimension.
Okay. Are you just trying to find the spell?
I'm trying to remember it first.
You're trying to remember it. What did you roll again?
17 plus 9.
17 plus 9, so that would be 16.
Yeah,
26. 26.
26.
Yeah.
26?
Padur.
You'll lose a 10 in there somewhere.
No, it's
In this session, math is
What level spell is that?
It's in my levels. Let me double check.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out.
Because
the
I'll
books.
say that if it is a spell that you can cast at your level, that you remember it. If not, it's a ritual spell.
Okay. Well, it's not a ritual, but
Would that work?
I'm not going to confirm or deny. This is trial and error.
Basically, to have
Good
her
old Trera.
bring down the spell on her own a little bit at a time.
banishment, 4th level spell.
4th level spell, so you would know that one.
Yes.
That's a what saving throw?
Let me get that here.
I thought it was planar or something.
No, it's banishment.
Okay.
1 action, 60 feet concentration.
I know it lasts a
Charisma
minute.
saving throw or be banished.
Okay, and I know it lasts a minute.
You gonna eat a lacrima?
No,
No,
Yeah.
Okay.
put it in front of the magic.
And I can cast it higher,
Is that a thing in D&D?
but that just allows
You
me
ever
to
seen
target
Fairy Tail?
another.
I know, very challenged. What are
Okay.
you talking about? Is that a
It's-
thing in
it's
D&D
used to
too?
absorb- I don't know.
Let's see if there is.
Shit.
I
I
know
gotta-
banishment.
I've
Let's see if
never
there's a
actually seen if
higher
it was a
one.
thing in there. It would just be like a
My
magic
fan.
to absorb it.
Lacrima. Is it a thing?
Hmm?
Lacrima.
You're
Is that a
asking
thing?
if a crystal that stores
Like a
magic
crystal that
energy.
absorbs energy.
They do have stuff like that.
I mean, you did save a guy from a ruby at one point.
They're
Does-
they're
does-
called it's a little different though.
Okay.
Okay.
It's
What if we
it's
got-
called an ion stone, and it allows you to store levels of spells in it.
Okay.
So what if we took that, put it in
So
front of the
does-
spell?
Does Dudesicle
I just
have
got
one?
the
Judas
jamming on there.
Judesicle?
If
The dude's
if he hasn't, if there's a ion stone for spell storing like that, that amount of magic won't go into the ion stone without destroying it.
Yeah, but would that then release all the magic that he built up?
While you're
Actually, when you destroy a magical object, it will release all the magic at once, which is even worse, probably.
yeah, like as you're having this crosstalk conversation, he's just sitting there with his hand in his like head in his hands, just like frustrated. Like I tried that too. Oof.
Can we get 2 reflective surfaces?
2 reflective
Why
surfaces.
would that work? Can
Think
we put her
about
in the mirror dimension?
No, I was saying have it bounce on a mirror. Because if it's just energy, it won't bounce off.
So are you trying to get it to bounce back and forth between 2 mirrors?
Yes.
Except she's in the middle of the 2 mirrors, and it seems to be a AOE instance than a line of sight.
Yes, every single time this spell has gone off, it has been like, nuke.
Yes,
So-
that's what I'm saying.
It- yeah.
It's
Okay.
area
so
rather
now,
than line of sight.
Now, what if it's we get a bunch of them, put them in front of it, kind of angle back, and try and angle up into the sky somehow, some way.
Well, I mean, there's a lot of stone.
Keep in mind,
Above.
it's going through stone, it's going through water, it's going through the town, it's going through time.
Going upward.
Anyone have a
Going
magical
everywhere.
object they're not too keen on having anymore?
Like what?
Any sufficiently powerful magical object? We could just nullify it by breaking a magical object to cause a backflow against it. 2 powers would cancel each other out.
I don't think I have anything.
You
What-
have the
I have the Pew Pew gauntlets.
Pew Pew Gauntlet. You have the
the hood.
hood.
But I don't think either of those are going to be sufficiently powerful enough.
You have your Morning Star, which is magical.
We have the
You also have your shield.
we
The
have
thing is,
the
we also have to be
soulbound.
able to break it.
The what?
We have the soulbound.
The soulbound
Warhammer.
hammer.
And
Yeah.
doesn't he have the Valor sword?
The Valor Sword.
The Valor sword we could sacrifice.
That's already been damaged.
Yeah, but wouldn't it be sufficient?
Try it.
Might, if it's already damaged, it'll be easier to break.
And would that be exactly what we need?
Yes.
There's the answer.
So that's one way. Let's try this other way first because it promotes the least amount of damage to her and us,
Okay.
and then we can do the magical object thing.
Okay.
So,
So you're gonna try and smack a spell with the sword.
Basically.
Essentially.
Okay.
but
The other thing was we could try that and bring her bring the channeling down slowly.
How long has she been channeling that spell?
Years.
Yeah,
But
it might.
it
But
could work.
could
maybe.
work.
Slowly.
Let's try the.
So you guys are set with waiting around about 100 years until.
Yeah. So
Can you dimension door a portal in front of
Can
them?
I-
and all the way from as
how
far
much?
as you can
How
go?
much for
It's
a?
not
scroll
going
of
to work.
banishment?
Ah, come
Sorry,
on.
what?
Think of a
How much
bubble,
for a scroll? of
and it goes
banishment?
boosh in
Um,
every direction simultaneously.
I'm trying to think of other ways to try and get this to happen here.
Oh, it's up there. I'm like looking for my phone for a calculator. Scroll of Banishment will say would cost you for 4th level.
Yeah.
How much would a standard 4th level scroll cost? It's usually around like 600.
That's. Check the books here.
It's been a while since I've dealt with like bartering systems in D&D.
Shows you how much our strudel.
Technically, it's my mother-in-law's strudel.
Ooh. Seen a
Looking
video
for
that's like
spell
not
scroll.
realistic about it.
Yeah.
So it would be under scroll.
Really, the spawn is a representation of the stock.
To those watching the video, this is the fun part of D&D.
Yep.
Spell scroll, 4th, rare.
Yeah.
So it's the same price as a rare magical.
To be fair, she bought
Rare
it.
magical objects are typically between like 600 and 800. So we'll just round it up to a nice even thousand since you guys are rolling in gold.
It's bought and paid for.
All right. So you're looking for a banishment scroll?
Yeah.
So he goes into the back and grabs a scroll and hands it to you and says, "Hope it works."
Hope so too.
All right.
Wavy curl.
What's the distance on that, by the way? Banishment. Like, how far do you have to be?
What is that?
Well, we definitely have to get closer
Talk
than
about my
right
hair,
here.
like that.
Yeah.
Wavy curls. It's cute.
60 feet.
60 feet. Okay. So to do that, you would actually have to get within 60 feet of her. All right. So
Well, we've already established that we can like
yeah. You,
get close enough to touch her.
yeah. You can easily do that. So do you guys want to just fast forward to how you want to do that?
Yep.
Zap.
All right. So we'll say that you guys have like 30 minutes left.
How fun. Okay.
Pockets is there, and he's like
Anxious.
excitedly riding on Biscuit.
He's riding.
Riding
with
on
it.
Biscuit, not riding Biscuit.
Maybe.
He's like all excited about his wings.
Come on, we gotta demonetize somehow.
Yes. Which, by the way, I'm very ashamed at you people, by the way, because it took us until 13 minutes into the video for you to demonetize me. Get better!
I had food in my mouth.
I was stuffing his
I
face.
thought my shirt
That
alone
wasn't
would
the
be
only thing.
mine.
we
Yeah,
had.
that would
We
work.
started
Hold
the
on, can we
video
read it?
late.
Barely. Yeah, I'd tap that. All right.
You can't really see mine. I have Ariel on mine.
So, that is Ariel.
Yeah.
Ah. You do know that
I'm a mermaid bitch.
the 7 daughters of Triton signify the 7 seas?
Yes.
Do you know what the mother signifies?
Earth.
The Dead Sea. Anyway.
Hi-yo.
Oh, I'm so going to hell for that one.
That's
All
why it's all salty.
right. Oh, Christ.
No, that's because of the whales.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Because you know,
Dorks.
every time they let one go, it's 200,000 gallons.
Christ. I know somebody who could take that.
It was you right after you got out, right?
Fuck. Oh, wait, hold on. Where's my D4? All right. Just impale my skull on that shit. That'd be a fun hospital trip. So what happened? Well, my friend made a pun.
Snarky remark.
Were you playing D&D? Yes. So
What
I
was
decided
your
to
first
do
clue?
this.
You think I wanted to be Hindu? Okay, now we're demonetized for racial profiling. I apologize to all of my Hindu or Middle Eastern fans. I'm
Ow.
sorry.
Those are not even close to the same region, but you're on the right track.
I don't know.
Buster? Whatever.
All right, so you guys
Do you
are
have
within 60 feet of a small child channeling a world-ending spell.
I cast banishment on the spell.
And on just the spell.
Because I'm sending the spell.
Oh! What a twist!
Do you have basement mustard?
It says a target.
Usually
8.
this is
Okay.
down here.
All right. I like that.
Not anymore, but I can get him.
Please and thank you.
Would a spell have modifiers?
No.
No. It would use the modifier of the caster.
Modifier of the caster?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then, I gotta call interference on that. I'm sorry. Because that was, well, it's not much better. All right. So, what saving throw?
Charisma.
Charisma. Okay. I don't even know why I asked. Oh, and Jesus Christ.
That one?
Yes.
That's a 20.
Oh
Okay.
no. It
So-
didn't work.
You cast that, it fizzles. 2 figures look directly at you, one of them being the small child,
Good, but
and the other being
put it there in case I
the
jump.
skeleton of the dragon,
Appreciate you.
right?
Ooh.
And then you're dead.
Well, yes, because the spell goes off.
Yes, the spell goes off. Nice try, though.
How's your part-time at the circus?
Well,
Okay, so, cave, guards,
I
in,
mean, just sitting around.
now where?
I mean, we could just keep repeating
Very
it
nice
until
with the
she
other monkeys.
fails.
It was cruel
Yes.
timing, just so you know.
I mean, I will point something out. The skeleton of the dragon is now, like, acknowledging your existence.
Yes.
Right?
Like
I would like everyone to
Well,
roll
except-
me.
It already had talked to us about trying to save the kid. at
Yes,
her
but this
age.
is the first time it moved.
I thought
so-
it looked at me before.
It didn't look at you. It spoke to you, and then it.
No.
You're right. It
When
kicked,
I was a
it
bat,
kicked
it
you.
looked at me
It
and it
kicked
kicked me. So it's
You're
moved
right,
twice.
yes.
Because I was a bat and I was flying in and it looked at me with the child as it went off.
Yes.
And then it kicked me.
Okay.
So bullshit. It's not the first time. And we've already had discussions with it about the fact that we're trying to save both your egg and the child.
Right. Okay. Now, roll me a perception check. Anybody can. This is just seeing if you can piece 2 and 2.
Daytime.
Yeah, we'll say we're right at the cave.
Am I in the cave or am I outside the cave?
Yeah, oh, fuck it, you're outside. I don't give a fuck.
18.
18
He said perception.
perception.
19.
Jay, what'd you get?
He didn't
I
roll.
need to roll.
Yeah, sorry, it's perception.
It's been a long day.
12.
12. That's a 7
7
plus.
Plus, give me 2 seconds.
That's all right.
I had this open. I'm on fire.
This girl is on fire.
No. Oh, that's just a 7.
All right, so you you all pretty much just have a brief conversation of, I think the dragon's aware of the time shift too.
We already knew that.
I thought you knew that he was, not the
No,
dragon.
we
No,
already
we-
talked to the dragon. The dragon knew we knew.
we
did-
Did that happen?
Yes!
Yes.
Okay, sorry, I
We
forget.
learned that he was the first time.
Before we learned
And
that
then
the
there
arcane
was
dude
two
knew.
times where we
I
knew.
forgot.
There was 2 times where we knew a bunch of shit.
Sorry, I forgot.
When
Like
we
we've
found-
had
we
full
found out-
conversations with the dragon about how we want to
Yeah.
save everything for the time shift.
When we decided that we were going to communicate with the dragon is when we.
Okay,
found
And she
all
told
that
us that it was been like 400 years that this kid's been doing this,
I think it was like 200.
something like
It
that.
was
And
300. But
300? Okay, yeah, all right. So,
and
yeah,
then
there
the
you go.
grandfather's been
Still
trying to stop
too
it.
damn long.
Yeah,
Exactly.
2 damn long. So there you go. So that's a thing. So I forgot. Fuck off. Oh, shit.
That's studying cantrips. Remember?
And we're gonna retcon something. Sorry, 2 things happened. So, Mr. J over here, he leveled up. So I need you to do me a favor and roll me a D10, which you can add to any of your next, any roll you choose.
okay.
Did he level up or did he get a thingy?
He had his
Inspiration.
birthday.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Duh.
Yeah. So he leveled up. He is now how old?
30.
30.
Help me out here. Somebody.
A D10 is not that one.
Here.
It's that one. I think.
Okay. Oh.
Yes.
That one.
So yeah, roll that. That's an 8.
Bam.
You get to 8 at 8, whatever your next roll is.
Cool.
There you go.
Hello,
And
snowman.
Miss Kylera here is loading me her copy of Here They Be Gremlins from the Adventure Zone. So, It's a D6.
Inspiration.
D6?
Yeah.
Okay.
So roll your D6. And you can add that to roll. That's a 6.
Nice.
Very nice. All right, so we
That's
got
why you love me.
that. All right. So yes, back at the cave. You figured something out that you already knew. Fuck off. Back at the end. What
To
do
the
we do?
end. All right. So, do we want to try it again, or what do we want to do here?
So I think we should let the dragon know what we're going to do next, because it's not going to be happy.
What are we going to do?
So,
I feel like if we rescue the egg, this is going to stop all the channeling because it's going to take her channeling source away.
The problem is it's like directly in front of the child. So
I understand that.
you're gonna have to get a damn good roll for that.
so
Are we talking stealth, or are we talking?
Stealth and sleight of hand.
yeah,
I purposely made this difficult.
Wouldn't that be me?
That would be you.
Can we talk
Yes.
about that? Wasn't that
What-
the whole,
What's
like,
your sleight of hand at?
Let me check.
The other thing is you also have the kobolds around.
Yeah.
The +9.
Which, by the
Plus
way,
nine.
I should mention, they're
What's
dying
your
too.
stealth at?
yeah.
Yeah, but they don't seem aware of it.
+5.
They're not.
Okay, so your sleight of hand is +9 and stealth is okay.
I love this part of this campaign.
Or-
You guys are just trying to solve a puzzle that I have
The-
5 solutions for.
The invisibility cloak that we borrowed,
We have to really borrow it, yeah.
Yeah,
would
but
that,
I'll allow it.
would that increase?
Yes. And I think the cap on that was 30 minutes.
I
Uh-oh.
can give you D6 inspiration.
She's finally being a bard.
Fuck
Yay.
you. I can give him actually a D10 because I'm level 10 now. So I can give a D10 bardic inspiration for stealth attack.
That you can add to that.
Mhm.
But I will not let you stack that roll.
Okay.
Well, you're no fun at all.
Yeah.
I was trying to get this done.
I know, right?
Maybe if he gets a nat 20 and you add that on there too.
Well, as Andrew said, nat 20s do not apply on skill checks, but I've been allowing it, so that would work. Which, by the way, in a D&D Facebook group that I'm in, there has been just like an uproar about D20s and skill checks. Which is like,
Because rules as written.
yeah, fuck that.
It's house rules.
Yeah,
There's always house
It
rules.
does,
Even like
it
look at
does say
Monopoly.
it in the book that it does say in the DM's guide you can make it a house rule.
Yeah.
So
just like I play rule of cool. Like, if you do something that I think is like exceptionally awesome, I'll give you advantage on it. And by the way, I think some of you still have inspiration points you haven't used up.
Yeah, I think I have one.
Yeah.
I have one.
Sorry, guys, I got a throat thing going on.
You
Don't
making,
we
Shut up, all of you.
you making cookies with that lung butter?
That was funny as hell. I did it at the bar one day, and I was like, lung butter. And the
Do you
person
have
next to me went,
command?
what?
do you have command?
Not in my automatically known spells.
Okay.
Let me look and see.
I mean, there is a library.
Yeah, I know.
For you,
And like I said, you've been getting all of your stuff back that you expand.
I don't think I have command. It's one of my things. I have compulsion.
What's compulsion?
I can tell you in a second.
Fucking like graphite, metal shaving. into my fucking finger.
Don't you
That'll
hate
be there
that?
forever.
Gee, I wish our paladin was here.
I know,
You
right?
have a paladin.
That was the joke.
Yeah, I know, but
He hasn't done shit.
But he doesn't have.
I mean,
Yeah, that's the joke, and he doesn't have spells because.
Actually, he does because of that new medallion he got.
Tell us for command.
Do you know that spell?
then what good are you?
I mean, I'll allow you to pick some spells off random. Here, we'll do this. Roll me a d20.
Can
Odds you
We
know
tried
it,
it.
evens you don't.
we tried that spell?
Yeah,
16.
Even you
I
don't.
tried upcasting it.
Compulsion? Is that the one you were asking about?
It's a level 4 spell.
Yes.
which I believe you would know.
Yes, I know up to 5th
Yep.
level.
Which Gatorade
Could
flavor is
that one work?
What?
Which Gatorade flavor is that?
Well, it's definitely not Glacier
Mine.
Cherry, I'll tell you that.
Huh?
Yeah.
It's Calico Jack flavor.
I mean,
Not the Kraken.
it,
Oh. When I run out,
So this
I'm
just
refilling.
forces
it
it
would
to
be
move.
glacial cherry if you
Okay.
drank it like a bitch.
I mean, dominate person would work, but dominator to do what?
I don't know.
Give me your cream of wheat. You'll make me hungry like a beach.
What, that one?
This is the fun part of the game when they're trying to figure out how to solve a puzzle. And I was a dick on this puzzle.
Do you have a safety pin? Or not a safety pin, but a paper clip?
I do not.
Plastic
What
ain't
good are
cutting
you?
Hmm?
What good are you?
Plastic isn't cutting it.
This just awakens creatures so that they can become your pets.
With how much you're blowing yourself, I'm surprised the spell didn't just fly away.
Well, I mean, there is a creature there that could technically be awakened if you had a necromancer.
Actually,
Although it is already awakened, technically.
Well,
technically,
Raised Dead would just turn it into a skeleton or a zombie
well,
Yeah.
it's a
per the
skeleton.
book.
I mean, it is already, like, moving and stuff.
Yeah, technically it's already.
Which I'll just
Which you
get
guys still
his
haven't
ass
figured out
and do
how.
some work.
Then maybe I want to go see that dragon and ask how it's moving.
Yeah, sounds like a good idea. Yeah, let's go.
Hey! Oh no. That makes him come into my service. Never mind.
Gross.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna let you guys math this out.
Well, you know what I want to do.
I know what you want to do.
Can
Do you want to do this solo or you want to go with the group?
I'm gonna tag along.
Okay.
Yeah.
Shoulder buddy.
All right. So we'll say that you get to the cave, you meet Pockets,
can that work?
you befriend him as normal, and we'll say you get to the dragon, and we'll say you have 30 minutes left.
Well, the problem is
And
it's
I'm
6th level
trying
spell.
to ask how this dragon
Yeah.
is moving.
Who are you asking?
The dragon.
The dragon?
Yeah.
She does not know. All she knows is she was killed all those years ago when the cave was raided, and then
I could just try.
all of these kobolds showed up,
putting
and
them
I was
in
alive
a,
again.
Could
I mean, I could just put her
What
in
does
a
that
wall
make to
force,
you?
but
Well-
that's still.
my next question is going to be, can you put just the spell she's channeling in
Can
the
I
forest wall?
search the
Leave her
area
out
for
of it.
any other
Yeah, I can control it.
magical
So,
objects?
She would be
You wanna
outside
search
of
the
the
area for
forest
magical
wall,
objects?
but it's going
Roll
to
me an investigation
contain
check.
that spell alone.
And
I
that
just don't.
D1.
It is
That's a D20.
indestructible, but if it has anything like incinerate, it's gonna pop.
We don't know that it's incinerating. It just seems to be
Oh.
destroying it.
Back.
That is a 10.
You know what I'm saying?
Plus 8.
Well, you know what?
10
we
plus
can
8
just
for
die
investigate?
again and come back.
Very nice.
Yeah, you just
That's a
try
good
it.
one.
That is a good one.
All right, we'll go down
You
Oh, is that? Did you use that or
can't
no?
find any magical objects, but are you just like searching, or are you trying to get any of the kobolds to help you search?
Can I ask him to ask the kobolds to help me search?
You can definitely do that.
I'm asking the kobolds.
Get me a persuasion check with advantage, since they fucking love you.
You need their advantage today.
That's a
17.
17.
Plus 2.
Well, they're definitely helping you find magical objects, and they go, if you really want to find magical objects, we should probably find Boris.
Boris.
Ooh,
Is he
Boris.
invincible?
No, he's our shaman.
You missed that one.
I don't get it.
Goldeneye.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Where can we find this Boris?
We want to talk to Boris.
All right, so
Take me to your leader.
they take me to your weaver. What? So they take you.
Spellweaver.
They take. I like that.
Hey.
So they take you to Boris, and he just immediately looks at you and just like bows down in reverence because you are a dragon creature.
I can rule over these people.
Let's see what he knows. Stop getting gloaty.
Okay.
Well, let the power go to your head is big enough.
Yeah, and bear in mind he's just like quote unquote prostrating himself.
Prostrating,
Prostrating.
not
Yeah, shut up, fuck off. Like still face down in the dirt.
groveling.
Tom's still got prison on the brain.
Fuck off.
Then I'm going to ask him to rise and tell me how this dragon's moving.
He doesn't. Well,
Doesn't know?
he doesn't rise, but he says that his teacher before him and before him and before him and before him and before him, and you've just lost about 5 minutes of time here as he's going through this entire speech, has raised the dragon as our god.
So it was necromancy alive.
Yes.
Okay.
Bear in mind you two aren't there.
Sorry, I'm just.
Yeah, it's all right.
Is the necromancer still around?
Yeah. Is he?
Do-
You're asking. I'm asking.
No,
you're
he's like long dead, but I mean,
Are there any apprentices?
yeah, me. Even though you're not there. We'll just say you asked that question.
Yes.
You can piece that together. Are you okay?
No, Charlie Horsefoot.
Charlie Hurst foot?
Trapping the foot.
Yeah.
And this is why I brought a chair this week.
Yeah.
No, my shoe got stuck and then I moved my foot and
Yeah.
it did the pain
So I
and the
can see how
ow.
moving would cause
That's
you pain.
that's why being a welder is awesome. I can sit in the most awkward positions and I'll be fine for days.
Giggity.
So there you go. You know that he is basically the current shaman, and all
Necromancer.
knowledge has been passed down.
Can't show. We know he's a necromancer now.
Excellent.
Is he though?
Is he? Is he?
He,
Now we got
he
30
basically explains that, like, what magics he can do, he has learned and has been passed down to him. But that's really all you can figure out. I mean, he does speak highly of himself. And you can roll an insight check if you want.
seconds. Yeah, will. It's a 19 plus 5.
So 19, he doesn't really seem all that powerful. You could take him.
So I can bash his face in?
If you want, yeah.
I don't think that's gonna help.
Huh?
Don't do that. You don't have to listen to them.
Don't eat him.
I think we're making progress.
Can
now.
I,
think that'd be a hasty maneuver.
Pick him up and carry him back to those guys?
You can, yeah.
Well, we're on our way down. To
Yeah,
the
we're
dragon.
headed.
Okay,
Yeah.
you're on your way down? All right, well, we'll say that you're going to do that anyway,
Yes.
right? Because they are technically a half hour ahead of you. Or rather, 20 minutes ahead of you.
Uh-oh.
So roll me a persuasion check with advantage. Sort of a come with me if you want to live thing.
Oh, I got 16 both times, so 18.
18? Oh, yeah, he's definitely down for it.
All right.
So he is excitedly riding on your shoulder, and Pockets is on the other shoulder. You basically have twin cobalt parrots.
And this guy.
I'm on his back too.
You're on his back.
So I'm flying this all.
So yeah, so you're basically flying everyone. So we'll say that that instead of them actually being 20 minutes behind, that trip back just makes it 25 minutes. So you meet up at that point.
Which is roughly.
25. You have
Where?
25 minutes. So we'll say you're at the mouth of the cave.
Rude.
Thank you.
Just kidding.
Can you hear me now?
Good.
So there's this cool feature they invented for phones.
Oh
called
shit! I
Vibrate.
forgot to turn that off.
I don't think you've had anything.
Yeah, I hope nobody calls me. Let's just do this real quick. Hi guys, you're gonna see my hand for a little bit.
How's that
can't-
going for you?
Screw it, whatever. I just hope nobody calls. We got 25 minutes left in this video.
So this guy's a necromancer, and he's learned all this stuff.
So he does death magic. Can you
You're welcome.
do you know how to return a revived creature to no longer be revived?
Like, take the life out of it.
Yes.
Yes, so we're gonna ask this.
Sorry, I was vaping. He says
Robot penis.
very quizzically,
He said it.
yes. Why?
You can do it temporarily.
Because I have a feeling. I was on the radio today, so
That
it's in my head.
tonight's gonna be a good night.
And
Okay,
we're all gonna die again.
probably.
Oh my god, they are rap for people who don't like rap,
Yeah, right.
rock for people who don't like rock, and pop for people who don't like pop.
That's actually called Nickelback. Anyway,
No.
Solid Burn.
The dragon that's been brought to motion and is simply a skeleton. Can you remove what life is in her?
Roll me a persuasion check with disadvantage because you're trying to tell this thing to stop its god from being alive.
You really want me to go with persuasion, right?
Yep, with disadvantage.
Temporarily.
8.
Let's preface that with
And a 19.
So 8.
20. Because I have a plus 12 for persuasion.
He just straight up says no.
Okay.
For that, you would have actually had to beat a 30, just to let you know.
Okay. Well, second roll would have had it.
Oh, yeah, totally. But he just straight up says no, he's not doing it. In fact, he doesn't even know how to begin doing that spell.
Okay.
So, do we ride out the time, go get this guy ahead of time, and then get him to the con to figure that out?
He's not going to get ahead of time. The way this spell works, if
Okay.
any of us that's been stuck in the time loop dies, it resets and goes again.
So, is there a way that as anyone in our group can learn that?
None of us have necromancy.
Can't find the spell for it, like a scroll.
I don't even know necromancy spells.
I think there would...
You're a paladin, aren't you?
Yeah.
So do your paladin god magic
Dude.
thing.
First of all, bitch,
What magic?
protection from good and evil spell. It's a first level spell. You damn well better
I
have
don't
that
know any
spell.
spells. That's the thing.
Also, your class feature should give you the ability
Turn on dead.
turn undead,
Revivify.
or am I thinking?
But third level, revivify. You can revive things.
So you could legitimately, bring that dragon back to life.
Yeah, but does that restore it also?
I don't know.
It
We'll look
doesn't
at that in a second.
restore it as a dragon. Revivify is more like a healing spell.
Yeah.
What we would really need is Raise Dead,
Which is fifth level spell. Which
or
Which, if you want to run an arcane check, I can tell you what actually was cast to...
yeah. All right. So I hear about all this necromancy going on. Knowledge Arcana
That is a 6.
+9.
I like that dice, by the way. 6 plus 9,
it's
so...
really distracting.
6 plus 9 is 15.
Yeah.
So, you pretty much, while you have met this shaman, have figured out that if this thing is being taught everything down the line, there's no way any of these things would have been able to cast a spell unless
Okay.
there was some outlying influence, like maybe an extremely powerful spell scroll to revive a skeleton of a fucking dragon.
Right.
Okay, he wouldn't know fifth level spells anyway. He only knows third.
We would need True Resurrection.
You pretty much figured out that, this kobold might know, second level spells.
Or Wish, or Miracle.
Yeah.
All of which would work.
Do we have time to do a training montage?
Do we?
Probably not.
We have infinite time to do it.
You pretty much do. You have an infinite loop of an hour.
But you can't
But
say
he's
I'm a
not gonna
tiger while we
remember-
do this?
He's not going to remember his progress.
Well, no, you're remembering everything. It's just
we are remembering.
Yeah.
He is not going to remember his progress.
Oh, the shaman?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he wouldn't be able to do it.
Ooh.
I think the highest level any kobold has ever been able to cast a spell was like level 4 naturally. I think.
Not unnaturally.
Yeah. Well, that's what a spell scroll does.
Touche.
No, my last. Oh, nope. I'm not doing my last name. But apparently it rhymes with touche, so there you go, people. Fuck.
Oh, so it's cock, right?
Ah!
Do you have Gios?
Not for a little while. That is a
fifth level,
level.
spell. You should have.
Oh, then I do, but I don't have it memorized. I was actually just looking at regenerate.
Yeah.
What if we cast that on her, and then put inside the cubey thing?
So she would take all the damage, but she wouldn't die.
Are we talking about the child or the dragon?
Possibly.
Possibly. Here's what I'm thinking.
And I mean, even then, her time loop would reset for her, not for us, right?
we haven't seen if she is. If that would work. Yeah.
It's just a random thought.
But
It's not like we have time. Right?
we don't need to actually kill her.
You want me to look up JS?
Yes.
GH.
Yeah.
I can do
Yeah, they're
alphabet.
talking something. I don't know what time. He's like, yeah, it's not we have time or anything.
Yeah, right. Well, I mean, currently, like, pause button.
Okay, but again, that means she's just going to stop the spell. Doesn't it have recourse? Doesn't it have recourse if I tell her to just stop the spell?
You don't tell her to stop the spell. You tell her to safely get rid of it.
So dispel it.
Yes. And it's up to her to safely get rid of it, not us.
Okay. I still have a feeling it's going to end up
How's
killing us. But...
moderation going for you there, buddy?
Oh, I'm not drinking quite yet.
And
And so far, pretty good.
how long?
I have no more rum, and I'm going to need something for when I get
How
home.
long does the
Fair
Gios?
enough.
Tell you in a second.
Although, that's definitely more than I'm going to need.
This has been today's episode of Condescending.
30
Looking
days.
out for you.
Right.
30 days. That should be plenty
Well,
of time.
I appreciate it, but I'm not going to be pushing myself past my limit. I know what my limit is, and it's maybe 2 more swigs.
Good for you, Scarface.
Wisdom saving throw.
Which,
Yeah,
by the way,
this
Biscuit,
might
have
work.
you been indulging? You are more than welcome to.
No, I'm good.
Oh,
No, I'm good.
Anybody else?
I'm good for the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want me to go with that?
Yeah, let's try that.
So, because I don't know I need a spell for it, I need to
You
get a
need
spell
a
scroll.
scroll.
Alright, so let's hit the Arcane University and see if he has a spell.
Okay.
I assume we're at the start of a thing, right?
No, you still have...
Oh, we're not dead yet. Okay.
No, you're not dead yet. You still have, I
I'm not dead
believe
yet.
it was 25 minutes left.
That's what you said.
Something like that.
All right.
Well,
Assuming
we
all
wanna-
this talking hasn't moved up.
Let's.
No, I don't impact that at all.
So-
if we want to run back real quick, we can at least see if he has it, and then we can start the next day getting it.
Do you have the regeneration spell on you?
I don't, because
All right.
it is a 7th level spell.
All right. Well then,
I also have Resurrection as a 7th level spell. If we can get either one of those, we can always bring her back. And
well, if
things
we're
happen.
going to die, let's do it trying something.
Okay.
I'm surprised none of you had gone, reset!
I know, right?
Oh, I could just fireball the group.
Oh, yeah.
That would take care of it. But casting Wall of Force around her and the spell.
Oh, you want to try that?
Yes.
Okay. What is Wall of Force? Tell me about that.
So it creates an impenetrable wall of force. I get to choose the shape. I choose a bubble,
You choose a bubble.
okay, of
Let me try something.
a certain
similar
size,
at the very beginning.
Something like that.
Okay.
but it's basically it's very
We didn't do it in this. This wasn't the practice.
It
that we
was-
did with it though. We tried something else.
Yes.
Yeah, is this something that they would notice?
it's a wall of force.
But would they notice it?
Oh yeah.
He's asking if it's visible. I think.
Well, no, like if the person involved would be aware of it.
Or have a saving throw or anything.
He's not really a god. Kill him.
No, not
He doesn't
really.
know.
Nah?
As long as it doesn't cut through their as long as it doesn't cut through But
There's a but.
it is extremely powerful in the fact it also cuts into the ethereal plane.
Okay.
So pretty much anything would notice it
Okay.
because it's just that powerful of a spell.
And how long does this spell last?
Concentration
Okay.
up to 10 minutes.
Okay.
Long
Okay. Go ahead.
All right. So
Nothing, it's impenetrable except by disintegration.
all right. Let me just roll a perception check for this young child. That's a 19, and she definitely notices it. Right. The spell goes off, and you are all back at the cave as she incinerates herself.
So I was right.
Right, but we reset when she dies.
Yes.
That's what I said. I guessed that.
Right. But now we have proof that if she dies,
Well, that's why I said why not put the bubble around just the spell itself? Is it as a separate entity that she's channeling it, or is it like just channeling in her?
The spell itself is channeling through her.
yeah,
So, it's a part of her. It's not like an orb she's channeling and the magic is
Correct.
swirling and going.
Correct. There is a physical representation of the spell, but the spell is still channeling through her.
Yes, but
we tried that, so now we know that's not going to work.
So let's go get this spell, I guess.
Yeah, Gios.
I would
Okay.
have said,
part of
isn't
the
there a way you can funnel the spell?
part of the spell is in the egg, and part of the spell is in her. So
No,
Use
no,
the-
it's all
No,
hers.
it's all in her. She's using the energy from the egg.
Yeah.
Essentially siphoning away the energy source.
Actually, no, she's channeling it through her. She's
Well, you said through the egg before.
Possibly. Yeah, I could turn it into a cone or whatever I'd like.
Should try that.
It's still she's still gonna get killed by her own spell as soon as it releases.
Yeah, That's the
the
problem.
point.
well, if it's a
the spell essentially just like rips her to shreds. And she doesn't realize this.
and we don't have a way to prevent that from happening.
God.
We've established that we don't have a way to prevent that from happening.
Right. I'm running out of tricks. So.
I got nothing. I just went. I didn't even know.
Yeah, but Gios might.
Do I offer her a cookie? She like Jack Jack? Jack Jack cookie.
There is actually somebody named Edna who lives right now. I'm just kidding.
In the mode.
I bought my mom an Edna doll because she sews and it sits on her sewing machine
Oh Christ!
desk. And she actually has a bobblehead one that like sits on a chair and bobbles, and
Alright.
then she's got the doll one.
All right, so are you guys going to go buy another scroll then?
Yes, we're gonna go try and buy Chaos.
Okay, so cave guards in back to the Arcane University.
Dude, got Chaos?
Okay, let me see this real quick.
Scroll out.
Just for
my
fun.
ones.
This is how we scroll. It's not cutting it. I need metal.
Okay. All right, I just wanted to see exactly what it does. So you ask about gas. Gas.
Yeah.
He says no, we have petrol. Anyway. So he does go.
Which is technically.
He does go into the back and, like, you know, very willing to help you at this point. Comes back with a scroll and a book. I'm literally throwing you guys a bone here.
Please and thank you.
Yeah.
We
but
need it.
he's very, like, not so much concerned, but confused about the book. And he places the scroll down and he sits down at the book and starts flipping through it. Just like massive confused look on his face. Just
Read over his shoulder.
that's not right.
Perception?
Roll me a stealth to get there.
So wait, he's reading something and he's making faces?
He's reading a book and he's just like, "What? That's not right."
I'm not making it stealthy.
You're not making it
So-
stealthy.
No.
Okay, all right.
So-
So perception.
Can I persuade him to tell me what's in the book?
Let him resolve his thing first.
Okay.
Let's see how this goes. That's a 20. That's a natural 20. You take one look at it, and you've seen this book before. It looks kind of familiar, but you've only seen it for a short period of time, right? But you know that the original owner that you've seen this book with never read it. right? And all the times that you were with him,
Right.
right? Which was about 2 weeks as you were on your way to the Iron Pony, right? It is a halfling to common phrase book, and it is horribly written. Essentially, the character that I played, Roscoe, was a halfling that did not speak common, right?
Yeah.
And if he tried to introduce himself to the king, he would say things like, "I heard your sister did naughty things with a donkey."
Casting.
What are you casting?
Comprehend languages.
Comprehend languages.
It ain't gonna help you, honey.
It may be terribly written,
Go ahead.
but I can understand it.
Okay, go ahead. So
It just lets me read any language.
we'll say that the Archmage notices you're reading it and knows that you have magical backgrounds, and he hands it to you and he goes, "What can you make of this? I've never seen a book like this here before in my life."
So I just paged through it,
Page through it.
Like-
Okay.
speed reading it.
And you cast Comprehend Languages. I want you to roll me an investigation check.
Investigation. That's actually,
This goes away 'cause I used
it's not a
it.
bad
Keep
one.
it forever.
Okay, I wasn't sure if you used it.
Oh,
or
you
not.
did use that?
Remember earlier?
Okay. That's a 4.
13.
13.
When we were looking for
You
magical items.
notice a few handwritten texts, very sloppily written. A few of them you can make out, some of them you can't. But they're all in halfling.
Mm.
These tacos taste like poop.
Well, whoever it was had terrible handwriting.
Yep. Some of the things that you have read speak of the goddess of protection, the strange occasion of being out in the wilderness and like strange visions and such and that kind of stuff.
Sounds like he ate some bad mushrooms.
There was a sheep involved.
And forever the mouse runs away.
That puts that explains why the changing someone into an ovine doesn't work. Okay.
Right.
Open as a cow.
Does anybody else here speak halfling?
I speak Common, Elvish, and Draconic. But,
The halfling gnome, however,
hang on. Yes, he would. I have comprehend languages as well.
you can give it a try if you want.
I don't know if that's in my thingy over here, if I would need to know it. How?
Nope.
Yeah, 'cause it's
What do you
different.
speak, by the way?
Abyssal, Common, Draconic, and Infernal.
Abyssal. Okay.
Yeah, I don't have it as my memorized spell.
Common, Vidalcan, demonic, and draconic. But I can understand anything.
Oh, yeah.
So.
You just need a spell
You
for
can
it.
understand it.
Yeah, I can speak halfling.
Do you want to flip through the book?
Yes.
Roll me an investigation check. Here is your d20. Hold on, let me block off the barrier here. That's an 8 plus your investigation skill.
And he can use my inspiration if you wanted.
Yep, that's a d10. Plus your investigation.
Yes. +1.
Plus 1, so 9. And you want to roll that d10?
Up to if you want to use it.
Go ahead.
4.
That's a 4.
So it's 13.
13.
Not much different.
Yeah, you don't really notice anything else.
This is why-
Just for fun. Just for fun.
This is why I don't read books.
He basically like reads through it like, there's no pictures here. Fuck this book. Right? Just for fun, I'm gonna do this.
Can I fuck that book?
That's the bard's job.
Hey!
Just for fun, I rolled on that, and I had a number in mind to beat,
But I'm really into paper cuts.
and that number was beaten because I just rolled a 19. The Archmage flips through it, goes to the back, and does see something of interest, and hands the book back to you because you speak halfling. He figures you speak halfling because you're a halfling gnome.
Can I ask him what he saw? Is that simple?
I can't read this. Can you translate it? But it's apparently very in depth.
I read it. The part that he's showing me, the passage or whatever it is.
You really can't make any comprehension of it, but it appears to be something magical in nature. You don't really know much magic, but
When I dictate it to him, can he tell me about it?
he can't, because it's nothing that he's ever dealt with. It, like, all the magic that he's been with has been from a completely different school, and he can't even recognize this school.
And everyone's
Magic.
with me right now.
Everyone's with you still, yes.
I give that information to the group. You can do what?
Because we're listening.
Yep.
Arcane knowledge, right?
Yeah. All right. So I take a look at it. I still have comprehend languages up.
D20 investigation.
Well, he tells me it's magical, so let's see. So that's a plus 9, 22? 22.
22. This is a godlike spell, right? And essentially, this is a spell scroll in a book that you can tell Roscoe has written out in a just-in-case scenario. It is pretty much the godlike version of counterspell.
Well, that would do it. And we did try counterspell.
You
just
Did try.
It wasn't God.
It just wasn't powerful enough. And that's all the time we have for today.
Oh,
So, here's your cliffhanger, guys.
What the fuck?
Yeah, sorry. That's the best part about being a DM is I can make people say, fuck you.
You're
No
a
reach
jackass.
Yep,
Give you-
totally not a reach around on
give
that
you
one.
DM.
We'll see you guys next time. See ya.